This is JP Smith from Boxing Luton, and it's wonderful to be back in Ringcraft Boxing Gym again with the main man, Liam Conroy. Liam, how's it going, mate?
Not too bad, mate. Yourself?
Fantastic, man. You know what's lovely? Everybody always asks me how I'm doing. That's great.
They can't see you behind the camera, your little pearly white paddy legs out.
And they never will. Yeah, listen, you're back in the running here at Ringcraft, and your sessions. You've just finished the session here tonight. When did you get started again, and how are things going in the new world, mate?
We started, as you know, probably 6-8 weeks ago, doing the outdoor sessions twice a week, getting everyone involved and getting them up doing a bit of circuit stuff and sprint stuff and just a bit of light stuff, just get everyone back moving again. And then Tuesday just gone, I had a few of the boxers, we called the boxers in, just to see how things went. So, and then tonight was our first proper session. As you see, we had quite a few in, so taking it slowly at the minute, do you know what I mean? Because we've got to be careful with the numbers and stuff like that. And don't want to get ourselves in trouble with anyone, so yeah, just go from there, So we had a good turnout tonight, everyone trained hard, so.
And I did notice coming through the door, obviously you've got your paperwork, your admin for people coming through, taking down names and details, and you got your temperature checks and all that.
Yeah, so we got it all there, names, address, emergency contact number, and I'm checking everyone's temperatures as they come in, and they're all sanitising after they've used a pen and stuff like that. So we're doing the best we can with what we got, because obviously we've got a small little premises, haven't we, so just going to do the best we can with it all.
It must have been really important for you to, get things running again for the gym, because obviously it's been a bit of a struggle over lockdown, not being able to, have this part of your life going on.
Yeah, as you know, I mean, we speak quite regularly, don't we? So the crack. Obviously, we had the grant that it was given to us by the government, really, isn't it? But we've been closed 6 months, and this gym, like I say, costs £1,250, £1,300 a month when it's closed. Yeah. Because obviously we pay the rent. And obviously because I don't just have amateurs in it, I have my own insurance for it as well, so everybody's insured to be in it, anybody, whether a keep fitter or a boxer, and obviously I've got property insurance, the van, crew van, and insurance on that, and it just happened, as lockdown happened, everything was up for renewal, so I had to pay the insurance for the van, pay the insurance for the people training, the clubhouse insurance, my own PT insurance, it just, everything goes. Everyone says, oh, you had the grant, yeah. Go and see how many gyms of amateur that they've got left, unless they already have money in the bank. Because I don't make a lot of money here, do you know what I mean? We don't take a penny out of it. So, but we've come through, and we just have to see how it goes now,
So where do you go from here? I mean, I noticed obviously you had an adult session tonight, but what's going to happen in terms of the young kids getting back through the door now? Because that's another.
Well, we're not going to open up to the kids yet, because until they're back at school and they're back in their routines, it sounds a bit bad in a way that. I don't want, if a kid's doing nothing else and they start coming here and all of a sudden they get ill or something happens, we're the first people they're going to blame. Whereas it could have been got somewhere else, and we're keeping records, all that sort of thing. It's just it's a funny old situation. Our gym's very small, we get 30 to 35 kids a session. So what do I do? You 10 can come and you 20 can't, and do it's a hard old thing. Once we went back to school a little while, there's a lot of gyms doing the same. I know I spoke to Lee Dagnall the other day, Luton Town Boxing Club. They've had no intentions of opening up yet. Same thing. Yeah. Because it's so hard to manage. It's
kind of an unwritten rule between people,
and we all work as well. So it's like tonight, the session was starting at 5:30. I was here at 5:15, signing everyone in. It takes time, even with the few we had in tonight, it takes time, Yeah. And they're all trying to bundle through the door, and you're like, no, we need to do this right,
And yes, the thing, at the end of the day, you really wanted it just to be 100% right, safety.
We can make it for the people that are in here. Yeah. And God forbid, someone walks past from the local authority or council and they are standing wrong outside or whatever, then you can get closed down. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So.
And nobody wins.
No, nobody wins. I know Gym 1 in Luton, I see Carl put a thing up today saying he had a visit today.
Right.
It was either today or yesterday, he had a visit, and they went through everything and checked everything out. Yeah. Said to him, well done, you're doing everything right, but we will be doing regular visits.
Fair enough.
So I think it's been more for them bigger, busier gyms, but you've got to be careful. There's a lot to lose. We've struggled to get through this COVID thing, a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of tears, and it's put a lot on hold for us, which I suppose we're going to cover in a minute, but it put a lot, I think because of what we've got planned, and stuff that we've kind of been working on, that's the only reason we've carried on, really, because we could have just thrown the towel in, to be honest,
Well, let's just jump straight into that then. So let's talk through what the plans are for the future, because, we're close. We feel like we're close to doing something. We feel like,
Well, some people don't know, but we're going to be collabing as well. It'll be obviously Boxing Saves and Ringcraft. We've always been close anyway, but we're going to we've got a lot of plans ourselves, haven't we, to set up projects and this, that and the other. We've got a building in mind we've done to a town council. That's kind of gone on hold because we don't want to commit to the rent and this, that and the other, but they more or less said once we've done our paperwork and stuff, it more or less be ours. Do you know what I mean? Obviously we have to do a deal with them first fully on the rent, but they're doing us a good deal on that, trying to help us out. Then obviously may have a bit of funding coming through as well, which will help us out setting up the newer premises, which without that money we never would have been able to the things that we will now be able to do in words of equipment and doing it right. And it's a big building, like we said. It's got a big hall, a small hall, proper showers and toilets, a reception area, big car park, a lot of greenery out there, big hills out the back. It's got a lot of potential. Summer fetes, little things, like we said.
Community, any people in the community getting involved,
as well. Get involved with like Kimberly Lamb at the VERU and the PCC with their stuff for the knife crime, and obviously the county line stuff, and obviously you've got a bundle of ideas, I've got a bundle of ideas, and I just hope it all comes off now. Like you say, we can almost touch it, can't we? Every time our phone beeps, we're like ringing each other every other day. Have you heard anything? Have you heard anything? Because if it goes off, it's going to be a big thing. Not just because people got to realise, even though we do competitive boxing in this gym, moving forward, a lot of our work is, like you say, is going to be community based. Yeah. Working with the youngsters, and not just kids, young adults, and older people who've got.
That's so important to start focusing on older people as well.
Like you say, from getting the kids, keeping the kids off the street, guiding them down the right paths, putting the right direction, to the young adults and the kids that are hitting their teens, making sure they don't get drawn into certain things, right through to the adults with mental health problems and stuff like that. And like we said before, there's a lot of stuff going on with over 40s. That are becoming recluses. There's a lot of we're trying to get funded out. There's funding out there now to do movement and I forget what they call it, movement and something classes now, to get them out and about and meeting other men that have like maybe lost someone close or lost their family.
It could be people getting divorced. It could be anything that happens. Like that. The people separated from their children at that age.
Thing with men at the minute apparently. So we're looking into that as well. And obviously we're going to get proper women's only classes going in there as well. And with the spare hall, we're going to rent it out. Maybe get people in doing other classes like yoga and this and that, and like we said before, little talks about knife crime, talks about mental health, talks about where they can get help, like because where the gym is going to be, it's a council estate, maybe people might need advice on their rents and this, that. There's a lot in there that we could go on all night about. Hopefully it happens, so we'll go from there.
Well, I had a thought the other week, and I put it on Twitter, and I'm not sure if I told you about an idea for a project. Said the way back, I said for people who might be, victims of, domestic violence or emotional abuse, it's going to be sort of huge, and with the way things are going, I think it's about 2.5 million incidents over last year, about 750,000 of them are men, so you look, 1 in 3,
both ways now as well.
Exactly, do you know what I mean?
Men getting abused,
the stigma needs to be brought, and a
lot of men don't want to step out and say something, so that's when you have to, like you say, have somewhere they can reach out to,
and we can cut, and I think the way we look at it is we can help anybody, do you know what I mean, of either side, women's only boxing classes, that could be a wonderful way to build up women who need their self-esteem back.
Boxing based fitness classes, they don't even have to hit something, they don't have to get hit, it'll be non-contact stuff, like we said before, that premise there, if it starts becoming full-time, I'll start doing like a baby class, we call it a nursery class maybe for even younger kids. We take 6-year-olds in a minute, like you say, morning, after school club for the mums in the morning, drop your kids off at school, come in, even if you've got a tot in a carry cot, stick them in the corner, you know what I mean?
And let them play on the soft play.
If they start crying, you can go and see them. There's so much stuff you can do if you've got the right premises and a bit of funding to take that leap of faith, because obviously we both work full time. So.
It's exciting times ahead, Liam, but we just, all we can do is just think about trying to do little bits, thinking about different things we can do, and if it all comes true, I imagine it'd be huge.
And now that the COVID thing is starting to slow itself down, once that goes down, you'll find a lot of the bidding and grants and stuff will start opening up again, and there'll be different things we'll be able to apply for and go for. And once one person starts backing, you'll find others will start backing you. Do you know what I mean? You just got to be doing the right things. And I've been battling away for 2.5 years. You've been doing your thing. People are starting to recognise what we're doing now. We're not in it for the money. We're not. You know what I mean? We're not in it for self-care.
I love doing this, but it is like a commitment as well as your 9-to-5 job. Like you said, you need more time.
If we can make it full time, it's different. We can start reaching out to the schools. I've got a couple of connections to disengaged kids schools. The kids have been in trouble, but they want you to do the sessions during the day. Stuff like that. Them little things like that. They bring money in to be able to make you help you to do the free stuff as well. Like we said before, we got an idea for helping out kids that can't afford it, but we'll go into that more when it comes to it. Do you know what I mean? Stuff like that, you know. So there's a lot going on.
That's the
a lot
thing.
going on up here at the minute with both of us, but I've got a big notebook at home. It's like it's money, isn't it? At the end of the day,
it is.
And getting the backing.
I think this is what I try to explain to people, and I don't want to patronise them, but I think there's a few different viewpoints people have from boxing. Is that they have this idea of boxing of being right at the top.
Yeah.
You know, with people, you know, running around and waving gold belts and going this, that, and the other, and sponsorship contracts. A bit like athletics. People think actually
British champions are still working full time.
Still working full time, and
until they win the belt, and then they might get a bit of sponsorship.
Yeah, and it's and that's what I'm trying to. Part of boxing save lives is just drawing people's attention to work that people like you're doing on the ground floor at grassroots. You know, where any money put into this kind of thing is literally going in to try and perhaps an idle boast, but a lot of people maybe aren't doing what we're planning to do. But that still doesn't mean a lot of people in gyms aren't doing fantastic things.
Of course,
do you know what I mean? That's the thing.
Anybody in any amateur gym or a gym that's not like a full-time thing, like you remember a lot. I say we're lucky. I worked hard to get this place, so it's full time. I can walk in anytime I want. But I mean, like my old amateur gym and a lot of amateur gyms, they have to set them up and take them down every single night.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So full, you know what I mean? Full props to them as well. They're doing their bit as well, you know. So, and then there's a lot of gyms that get a lot of publicity and a lot of look at them, and it's a business to them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not. They might be turning out good boxers and champions and all that. They ain't doing nothing for the direct. Listen, don't get me wrong. They are doing things for the community if there's local lads in there boxing for them. But what we're aiming to do is actually in this community, in Dunstable, in Luton, especially the estate where the gym will be. That'd be a big thing to get a few of them involved. But like you say, our wider community, Luton and Dunstable and Bedfordshire. So, but we'll see how that goes.
We'll see how that goes.
But I don't think competitive boxing is going to be back for a while. I mean, I was chatting to Steve Goodwin today as well, and I can't see it happening for a while now. Do you know what I mean? Unless you're the sort of higher level ones that taking the 50-50 fights.
You might go on the TV.
Yeah,
you might get on
like
the TV.
Say, local lads like Kay and Linus, people like that. They've just got to stick their necks out now and take their fun. I know they both want to, so I'm not saying that you're not boys, but that's the sort of stuff now that they're going to have to take, because I don't think small hall shows are going to happen to at least the new season, which is March. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's too much going on. They're on about bringing in, you can have a third of your capacity. So all right, that's all right, but that was mostly aimed, I think, at outdoor events like football stadiums. So if you've got a 100,000 seat stadium, you can have 20, 30,000 supporters in there. Go to the York Hall, you can have 300.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So it just wouldn't work. It just can't work.
Yeah.
Unless it's on TV and they put money into it. You can't, And the thing is, money isn't everything when it comes to sport, but you know what? It doesn't get you anywhere without. You know what I mean? And that seems like a complete contradiction. But you know, you could do a lot in the sport without a lot of money in terms of the social capital, in terms of helping people. But actually, if you really want to push things on and get things forward, you can't do anything without being able to buy the equipment, to move into the bigger premises, to open up to a bigger room, to get more kids through the door. You know, it's like, oh God, you don't want it to be like that. You still have to have the conversations.
When we set this gym up, obviously we come in this premises, it was derelict. The ceiling up there cost us £800. That was just the parts. My stepdad did most of the work. The flooring that you're standing on there is £800, and it's a small little gym. The ring's £2,500. Each one of the bags is 225, 230 quid. The mirrors up there, £500 each sheet of glass. Do you know what I mean? You start looking at it that way. Boxes of gloves there, 30 to £40 a pair.
Yeah.
I've got a big box of 10 ounce there for the little kids, big box of 16 ounce, 14 ounce for the bigger boys. Do you know what I mean? Head guards, 100 quid a pop. How many of them's there? The top ones. Do you know what I mean? There's 700-800 quid's worth just sitting there. And then we've got competition ones at home for the competition. It's all money.
Yeah.
It's all money. And like you say, trying to get into a bigger place like we're going to get into now, then you're talking more serious money. The only thing is we've got the basis for it here. But
just keep building, because you can't stand still.
For me and you, it's not all, even though it's good doing good in the competitive side of things, what we've got planned is just using boxing in the good way that we know it can be used. Do you know what I mean? Helping kids, giving them a focus, let off their aggression on the bags, You get a kid into a gym. I've had kids in here. I still have some adults that come in here that some people probably wouldn't have in their gym, because they can be a bit naughty. But when you get them in here, you can talk to them. There's one lad comes in here, no one even knew who he was till I told him his name, because he was in here just working with lads, having a crack and all that. This is one place, like you've said it before, where nobody judges you. You come in and you're just part of the family, and that's it. No one cares what you do out there, and bringing in people in gives us a chance to work on, especially the younger ones. Get into them. What's up with you today? You know, get them talking. They'll talk to you because they trust you, because you build that bond.
Yeah.
Your blood, sweat, and tears in a gym, in a boxing gym. You know.
And Liam, will you keep us posted on when, you know, I know me and you be chatting, but we'll get another video out when we're going to get the young kids back in through the doors. And,
we'll try as soon as we can. I've got to have a meeting with Michael Regan probably this week, and then we'll aim to do something. We'll have to set up a booking system. It'll be first come, first served at first. So I'll go from there, you know.
Brilliant. Well, listen, thanks a million, mate. And we'll catch up soon, yeah?
Yes, mate. Good. Take care.